All right, let's do this. It is Saturday morning, I guess, getting close to kickoff time, noontime. It's about quarter after 11 Eastern time. Eric Arnold, occasionally known as the Big E here in the nondescript hotel room, get you your NFL picks for Sunday and Saturday, and throw out an opinion on these big college football games we got here kicking in a few minutes. Well, let's get to it. Handicapping time has been limited. As you can tell, I'm in a nondescript hotel room. So, fitting it around family time and whatever else that you have there, you do what you can. So, this is what we're taking in college football, if you can read that. Now, this is backwards in my little viewfinder. I'm hoping this is going to turn out correctly. But we're basically taking chalk with the exception of Iowa State. You got your Big Ten title game. Ohio State has to win the game or they're out of the playoff, and Northwestern is not in Ohio State's class. They never have been. They never will be. How about that? So, laying 18 against Northwestern, I don't think that's that hateful. We played these guys a couple years ago. What was the score in the Big Ten title game? It was about that, 15-18, 21-point spread. I have no trouble laying the 18 there with Ohio State. So these are all one star because I'm so unconfident. Is that a word? Unconfident in my college football abilities after this disaster of a year. But then you get the Big Ten title game. That's a rematch down in Dallas with Iowa State going up against Oklahoma. I guess the conventional wisdom is Oklahoma gets their revenge, and Iowa State, of course, always the bridesmaid, never the bride, goes down in defeat. It's a COVID year. I'm going to say this is the year Iowa State gets it done. That somehow they get it done today. They're catching 5.5, so, that covers the heartbreak scenario where Iowa State misses a field goal at the end to win the game, and they lose by 2. So you're covered both ways there. If you like the heartbreak scenario where Iowa State comes that close and then, wipes out at the end. So we'll take Iowa State plus the 5.5. I don't know. We're not going to overthink the Clemson-Notre Dame game. I just think Clemson's elite, Notre Dame's not. Clemson gets Trevor Lawrence back. I just don't think Notre Dame can handle these guys in any way, shape, or form when they're playing at their top game. So I'll lay the 10 with Clemson. And then Alabama, I don't know what to do with those guys other than just take them. They score. They could have 35 points on Florida by halftime. And then you got the in the back of Florida's head, they've got to be thinking that, we really stepped on our dicks by losing to LSU, because now even if we beat Alabama, we're not guaranteed to get in. We're a 2-loss team, and our signature, we won the SEC and we beat Alabama, but that doesn't change the fact that you're a 2-loss team. So they are not guaranteed a spot by winning the SEC title game. I think a little bit of confusion. That's all Alabama needs. I'll play the 17 with Alabama. So again, there are your college picks, and hopefully the screen flips them around in the normal video. All right, NFL, let's get to this. We got 8 plays for you. We're putting away these over-unders. I don't, like I said, that's the reason I never played them to begin with, is because I don't know that much about them. And I think I'm learning after that Monday night debacle where it was pretty much everything I wanted weather-wise, and the thing went over by 1,000,000 points because nobody could tackle. You know, guys are slipping everywhere, the ball's wet, and nobody could tackle. It's like, okay, so there's probably not a 1-to-1 correlation between bad weather and unders. That's what I'm learning. So, yeah, I knew that was too simplistic. At any rate, so today, well, we got the Bills and Broncos, and then tonight, I think it's tonight. Let me double check here. And the wonders of doing this like a real person. Oh, there we go. Where I can actually view my computer screen. Yeah, tonight you got the Packers and the Panthers. I don't have a real feel for the early game, but the Packer-Panther game, I think you get value there with the Packers. See, I almost said Panthers. Packers. I think they're the best team in the NFC. Aaron Rodgers is playing at a high level. The Panthers, I like them. They're a nice team. But it's been a long year for those guys. They've played a lot of close games, hard games, close games. The season's over now, guys. It's over, and next year's coming. But you know, I just kind of feel that the Packers could be looking ahead to next week, but I don't know. They need this game. I mean, they're right there for the number 1 seed, and then there's a huge drop this year between the 1 seed and the 2 seed because of the bye week, so Packers got to keep their foot on the gas. So 1 star there, lay the 8 with the Packers. Okay, number next. Let's see, 1 o'clock, we got Dolphins and Patriots. Patriots are catching 1.5 at Miami from the Dolphins. When was the last time that happened? We've had a lot of luck here with the Dolphins. I think that's a good team. They're certainly, according to the number, they're still undervalued, and I think they're undervalued here. They're only a 1.5 favorite. I mean, one of these teams has a winning record, one doesn't. One has been playing well for the last 6 weeks. One really hasn't. No, I just think I wonder if that showed up on your screen. But at any rate, I lost my train of thought. Somebody sent me a text, and I'm filming this on my phone, so it shows up on my freaking screen, and I don't know if you saw it or not. I hope you didn't. Because it'll screw up the video, not because it's like someone wants to have sex with me, not my wife. That would be embarrassing if I put that on the internet. At any rate, we like the Dolphins. See, Dolphins. We'll lay the 1.5. That's been a house of horrors down there in Miami for Bill Belichick. Remember, he lost a game down there on like 17 laterals. He lost the game down there as like a 2-touchdown favorite to blow the home field advantage in the playoffs not too long ago. I mean, that place hasn't been good to that guy. I mean, even Superman has his kryptonite. So the Dolphins down there in Miami, that's Bill Belichick's kryptonite. So we'll lay the 1.5. It should be a lot more. We'll take the Dolphins. Let's see, the Buccaneers. Buccaneers -6. That's against, they're at Atlanta, at the Atlanta Falcons. 1 star there. Julio Jones isn't playing. That guy seems to be the straw that stirs the Atlanta drink. For you people under 50, that's a reference to a Reggie Jackson quote from 1977. Reggie referred to himself as the straw that stirs the drink. Well, Julio Jones stirs the Atlanta Falcon drink, and he's not playing. So we're going to lay the 6 with the Buccaneers. I'm not crazy about this one. We're going to get catching 3 at home at Dallas. We're going to take the Dallas Cowboys. I just can't believe that team's that bad. They're playing the 49ers. We've been fading them all year. Just think the 49ers are, in that loser Super Bowl spot where we lost the Super Bowl. Therefore, the whole next year is going to suck. And pretty much it has. They shouldn't be 3-point favorites over the Cowboys. They shouldn't, especially in Dallas. So, if it doesn't tell you that this 49ers season's over, their entire city has kicked them out, basically, and said, you guys don't mean anything to us. COVID, we're still talking about that. So they've kicked out the 49ers. They don't have a home. That can't help them. Dallas is still in it, believe it or not, at 4-9. With Daniel Jones having injuries, Alex Smith for the Washington football team, he's got injuries. The Eagles are just so. Dallas runs the table and finishes 7-9. Crazier things have happened. So we're taking the Cowboys there. Like this game, I can't help myself, and I think we're actually in the right place here. We're going to take the 17 points. We're going to take the Jets at the Rams. The Rams are at home. I don't think that means a thing. An empty, sterile stadium that the Rams are not that familiar with. It's a new stadium. I think that yields no home field advantage whatsoever for them. And we're getting 17 points. If the Jets show up at all, they're covering that. They covered it earlier in the year at Kansas City for us, if you remember that one. So I think that's a good play. The Rams have a divisional game next week. I don't know how they could be focusing on the Jets. We'll take the 17 and hope to lose 16-0. Kind of like this game. We got the Arizona Cardinals hosting the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Arizona Cardinals are 6.5-point favorites. I poo-pooed Jalen Hurts last week. Said, he's going to suck. He's not going to. There's a reason they're not playing him over Carson Wentz. He impressed me. He impressed me with his ability to make plays with his legs. His accuracy was good enough. He made everybody else better. That happens. It really probably has nothing to do with Jalen Hurts. It probably simply has to do with he's not named Carson Wentz. So this guy shows up and everybody goes, "Oh wow, okay, breath of fresh air. Let's play for this guy." So right now, I think the Eagles are a live team. That's the team you need to look at. And they're catching 6.5 points. What exactly have the Cardinals done that justifies them being that kind of a favorite? The game's on grass. The Eagles' defense plays much better on grass than they do on turf. So I expect this game to be close. The Eagles may lose, and again, I said I wouldn't play these things, but again, the over-unders, I think I saw some nutty stat that the Eagles have gone under at home, like something like 10 out of the last 13 games or something. Well, it's because the Eagles' defense plays good on grass, and here this game's on grass, so I think you got to be looking at the under here a little bit too. I'm not, because I'm not good at that sort of thing, but excuse me. We're taking the Eagles 6.5. We're getting 6.5. We like that one. 2 stars there with the Eagles. All right. Big game. Huge game. Probably the biggest game. It's so many big games this year. I don't know how that falls or if they're big games. I guess they're big games every year. But, you get the defending champion Chiefs going up against the 10-3 Saints. And I guess the internet tells me Drew Brees is going to play. He's coming off of how many smashed up ribs and whatnot, and he's going to play. And the Chiefs are a 3-point favorite. I went around and round with this, and you know what? When I saw Breeze was going to play, that kind of flipped it for me. I'm not a Breeze fan, and he's not going to have Michael Thomas. He's out. That's his security blanket. What was it, 2 years ago? The Eagles played the Saints down there in the divisional playoff game, and he just chewed us up. I mean, we could not stop him. He couldn't get anything over the top. He couldn't hit any big plays over us, but he just kept hitting. We covered. The Eagles covered against the Saints because they were big underdogs. But when it counted, we couldn't stop Breeze throwing to Michael Thomas. Well, now who's he going to throw to? Plus, you're playing the Chiefs. The Chiefs are just explosive. I've said it from the outset. The Chiefs are my pick to win the Super Bowl. I'm proud of the fact that these guys got one loss, and I said they were going to win the Super Bowl from the outset. I still say they're the best team. They're only laying 3 points. Chiefs really don't have any significant injuries. I mean, they got a few guys banged up on the O-line. But I think they're going to basically play with a full deck, banged up or not. We're going with Andy Reid. Andy Reid gets it rolling around December, and he likes to play on the road as well. So we're going to take 2 stars, lay the 3 with the Kansas City Chiefs. And then lastly, we got the Sunday night game where the Browns, coming off that huge, awful, bad loss to the Ravens. They're going into New York to play the Giants. They're 6.5-point favorites. Hey, let's not make this too complicated. We like teams. We like to fade teams coming off those big emotional losses. In a way, it was almost like this is too emotional for these guys because they're still going to make the playoffs, and they're panning around the few fans that they allow in these games, and there was just devastation, just total devastation when they lost this game to the Ravens. Just complete. It's like, you almost feel like it was after. That's right. It was after the baseball team said we're changing our name. So these might be people that are just like, oh my God, we're Cleveland. Not only do we lose, but now they're changing the name of our favorite team. So we're not even the Indians anymore. We're going to be the Spiders or the Dolphins or some other damn thing. So I think it's just going wrong for Cleveland right now. We're going to take, and we never liked that football team much to begin with. I personally dislike the owner, Jimmy Haslam. So we're going to take 2 stars with the New York Giants, 6.5. So your top plays here were, let's see, the Dolphins, the Jets, certainly like that one, the Giants, the Eagles, and the Chiefs. And then you can fill in with the Cowboys, Packers, and Buccaneers as you like. All right, let's get this on the net here before kickoff of the college football games, and we'll have a good weekend here, right? Let's get some W's. Appreciate you. Hit the like button. Thanks.